Right, good evening, boys and girls. This is the end. No, this is the start of turn 22. I fear that it's not going to be better. This will be turn 23 end. I don't think it's gonna be better than it is. I just have to let it go. The Germans will hurt me, and here we go. Now this German bulge here in towards Moscow, and another one past Ryazan. We have our Soviet counter-offensive going on here. We have the defense of Ryazhev. I definitely strengthened the Moscow bulge here, and I kind of strengthened the Ryazhev direction as well, so I don't get cut off inside the Vyazma pocket here. That would be a disaster, of course. Just gonna do it this way. And we want to see that we have the detail level on 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, plenty of German air support in this sector here. We will see what happens during Blizzard, if the AI will remove or at least pause their operations of air operations during Blizzard. We'll see. I've been trading fairly one-to-one with my high-quality fighters versus the Luftwaffe these last couple of weeks. But losses are fairly low. It's not like any of the Air Force is going to be depleted by this sort of Air Force. I guess the true test of power will be summer 1942. There hasn't been that much air combat fighting this war at all. Okay, not a lot of air in the south. Oh, here it pops up. Comes to scouting. I suppose my fighters are intercepting his scouting attempts. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be painful. Alright, again. I think I sent in a fresh new rifle brigade into this hex here. The airbase of Lyuba last something. It's 6-1 losses and 29-1 losses in artillery, but I'm willing to take it to slow down the Germans and not allow them a bridgehead north of this river, even though it's frozen. So we got snowfall, no air support. Hermann Goering, OKL, alright. Yep, as long as this was a rather fresh brigade, as long as I don't rout, it's fine. Retreat again, another rifle brigade. To the east of Moscow, I only have cavalry and rifle brigades. I don't have enough rifle divisions to go around. Here we suffer immensely compared to the Germans, 21 to 1,000 in heavy woods in level 1 fort. I don't know, these are 50 morale rifle brigades. I guess they're just so weak that they can't stand up to the attack. Oh, he has crossed the river here now. Alright. He's trying to cut off the railroad line. So again, Jesus, that's so annoying when you have 20 Germans to 1,000 dead Russians and 25-1 losses in artillery. Right, yep, we're falling back again. They haven't cut off the railroad into Ryazan yet. We're struggling to keep it open, of course, with these attacks here. Now, Leningrad, are we gonna lose? We got a level 1 fort in the suburb of, what is it, Kolpino? Oh fuck, he did exactly what I was afraid he was gonna do. Jesus. Alright, so this is a bit of a weird situation. I'm gonna pause it here and explain. So I made a large assault on this town and reoccupied it. I sent in 3 mountain divisions to reoccupy this hex here. It doesn't have any forts. That meant that the back line here were left with only tank divisions. And I didn't expect the Germans to enter into this sack and attack them, but they did. The AI is good at sniffing out weakly held hexes. But now I had a level 3 fort, and all he could muster was a brigade. Sure, it's the Leafstandarte, so it's elite, but we held. But it would have been very bad if I had lost this hex. Wait, is he attacking Stalin or not? Here. Move security. Check. Oh, okay, it's just a scouting attack. So the numbers keep changing here. Wow. Right. Well, he's paying nearly 700 losses for that scouting, so I'm fine with it. Again, another scouting. 700 losses. Again. Okay. I feel the game is behaving a little bit weirdly here. Oh, alright. He's trying to cross... Oh, okay. The river is frozen. So all we had was heavy woods and level 3 fort, which is a fairly good defensive position. We do have German air support. And this time we got 1 to 5 losses, so that's not great. Yeah, he sends in 52,000 attack. This is a huge attack, a serious assault. So considering that, a 900 losses and then retreat is a good result. Yeah, for sure. I'm sad that I lose the level 3 fort, but the Germans are very strong at Leningrad right now, so not the worst hex to lose, to be honest. As you can see here, we have a secondary line of high level forts, but we don't have any defenders in them, or just very weak defenders. The railroad from Leningrad to Moscow is already cut off, so okay. I thought for sure he was gonna hit this division here with a level 2 defense. I left it as a sacrificial because this is the railroad from... Yeah, I'm just gonna sacrifice this division. Defend the railroad into Leningrad, one of the 2 remaining ones. Feels the AI, it's a bit choppy here. I don't quite understand how Genichek managed to get up to level 4 fort, because it was down to 3. It's quite quick. I'm not complaining. Haven't really planned any offensive action out of... Okay, I guess I changed the pencil here. See how weak the German panzer divisions are now at the end of the season. Is he preparing for Blizzard the next turn? What's going on here? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe the AI is... Okay, here we are. Where are we at? I don't know where this attack is taking place. No. I only know that it ended up here, but where did they attack? Oh, they moved up here into the gap they created, and thereby they cut off the railroad line into Ryazan, and they attacked the already retreated 12th Rifle Brigade. And okay, that's a very low route result. Okay. Well, so yeah, I don't know what to say about this. They cut off Ryazan. I feel they're playing a dangerous game in this semi-pocket here. I do have forces to the south. Alright, so that was the single infantry division that I sacrificed inside this swamp hex, and with a 30-1 result I lose 3,000. They lose barely no men at all. Yeah. I suppose I'm buying time with the warm bodies here, because the loss ratio here is extremely bad, of course. Now you can see how a full Panzer division has a 2-2. Okay. They are entering this pocket here, and they're attacking a cavalry division, and they push it back. They're using motorized troops that contain no tanks. So 20 to 500 is bad, but it is what it is. At least they haven't broken through. The line holds. It's a retreat, although at heavy cost. I don't feel like the Regev attack force is strong enough to do something substantial. Yes, they can damage us here in this sector. Fuck. Another retreat. 100. Okay, 7-1. That is probably the best battle we have had so far this week. Yes, it's a weak rifle division, but we're in heavy woods in level 2 fort. Sure, it's a very heavy attack, 37,000. 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry divisions. Is it 5 infantry divisions? Okay, so that's a extremely heavy attack. Okay, I guess we shouldn't complain considering the amount of divisions they're using to clear this hex. Although it would be nice to hold off a hex once in a while. Right, so this infantry division, it looks to me like they have a 1 combat power. And yet they managed 8-1 losses, 4.5-1. So we retreat from our heavy woods position here. I do feel that I think this was a weak. It didn't have any fort level, but yeah, not great. And of course, a double rout. It's a heavy attack. It's just mentally draining to have the Germans win with 50-1 loss ratios. Yeah, 38-1 in a swamp, in snow. All right, it is what it is. Yeah, they're getting very close to cutting off the railroad into the supply depot here, but I can't stop them in this sector. I don't have the forces. They every week they make 5-6 of these attacks, and it's just, yeah. Okay, of course, another route, just because we're sitting in a rough terrain. The Germans are tired, doesn't mean anything. 15-800, not the best result. There you go. Yeah, it's a mounted cavalry division, so it's unfortunate. A stronger version. Yeah, not in love with the Valdai warfare. It's fucking painful watching it every fucking week. Okay, of course. I mean, heavy woods, level 2 fort, rested and refitted. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a rout, 3-1 rout. Spaniards. Yeah. Every battle is a rout when you fight the AI on 120 level. Rout again. Here we go. Yep, here we go. Rout again. Another rout. 11-1. I don't know. Do they have some magic pixie powder they use? I don't understand. I just same division attacking again. Rout. Yep. It's I can't wait for Blizzard. I guess that's all I'm gonna say about the Valdai Hills campaign here. It's been like this every single fucking turn for months. And it makes it extremely hard to stabilize the lines with that sector. And okay, here comes Kolpino. It's gonna fall, of course. 58,000 attackers. Yeah, I don't expect to hold this. Oh. This, okay. Alright, this is worth every freaking route in the Valdai wilderness. I don't care about that now. But I am a bit surprised, to be honest. The super troopers of Germany, they have 45 general combat intensity, and that removes the last level of fort down to 0. We both lose 1,000 troops, which is not a lot, but no, only fighters, no German bombers. All right, I almost feel hopeful that we could hold this hex for another turn or combat. This hex must hold. 51,000 attackers to, yes, please hold. It would be, yeah. We have 36,000 defenders. They attack with 52,000 troops. They don't have any bombers. We do lose 1 level of fort because of their artillery concentration. You can see all the artillery they're using here. And I am obviously running out of artillery because of the combat attrition all over the front. This is a heavy woods hex, and MGA has a supply depot in it, so these troops should be well supplied. Very happy about the result. Could it hold off another? Maybe. Okay, another swamp hex is cleared. It's not a vital hex. 1800 losses. Although, yeah, the Leningrad sector, especially this part of the frontier, is in dire straits. It's I'm doing what I can. I'm throwing in what I can here, but yeah. Again, you know, come on, no. Oh my God, Golikov, my hero. We are going to send so many medals to these divisions. We are now down to 22 defensive value in Kolpino. And these 3 divisions, they must be, with their 2 airborne and 1 naval infantry brigade, they must have accumulated a high amount of wins, because he's been really grinding this hex a lot of times. Losses are not that high. I'm just gonna... Oh! What am I talking about? They're losing 30 tanks. Oh, they're sending in only a single panzer division. Okay. Feels a bit desperate. I barely dare to press continue here. It's a nail biter. You have to admit, it's the 30th of November. The Germans are at the last leg during the winter offensive in 1941, and Kolpino is this close to falling. Is it gonna remain in Soviet hands, or is it gonna fall? Is it done? Yes! Yes! Oh my God, we held off the Germans from Kolpino. Excellent. Well done. Yeah, we're gonna examine those divisions before we end this to celebrate. Overall, there can't be many Soviet losses this turn. 50, 60,000 at the most. I feel it's more towards 50,000 than 60, to be honest. There were not many German attacks this week. The ones they did were very successful. They had high combat ratio losses. But I'm so happy we kept Kolpino in Soviet hands for the winter. This last winter... Okay, so 60,000, 61,000. We also removed 300 tanks and 200 planes from the map and 600 artillery. And we only... Wait a minute. Does it say 400,000 new troops on the map? What? What is this? Wait, it doesn't say 41,000. It says 417,000? I don't understand. What is that? Trucks are looking great. 216 out of 217,000. But I'm super confused about are those off-map reinforcements? That's one division. Oh, there's a bunch down here coming from Transcaucasus. But to be honest, I don't understand, where are these 400,000 troops? So we're gonna check out the on-map men. It shot up from 5 to 5.4 million, but I don't understand, where are they? Nope, I don't get it. I don't get it. I guess I have to look into it. So this week we get Soviet release reserves. We get 500,000 men added to the Soviet manpower pool. That is excellent. We should now be up to, we had around 200,000 before. So now we have... Oh! I see. I understand. This is what happened. That 500,000 manpower was pushed out into the divisions on the map, mostly. Because out of 500,000, and I get around, let's say, 90,000 from manpower factories each turn. So that's my gain, and it remains 305. So yeah, okay, I see, that's what happened. All right, perfect. It's very, I needed stronger divisions on the map. I don't really need new divisions. Okay, before we end, I am going to show you 5 wins, and 10 wins and 1 loss. 199, 55 morale, 51 morale, 54 morale. Okay, so they're not that elite morale-wise. What about experience? 499.93. Yeah, whatever. They're heroes. You have to admit that was exciting, that battle so. Okay. I might as well show you. That's not how you do it. I'll show you. Did we have any? We had a leader. Batov is promoted. He's a tank commander of the 51st Army. Is he the guy in the south by the Black Sea? 36th Army. I don't know what army that is. It's probably a downgrade, so I have to pay more admin points. But more interestingly, oh my god, look at this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new guard divisions and 2 guards artillery regiments. Actually 3, 4. We got 4 artillery regiments upgraded and 5 divisions. That was excellent. Moscow defense zone. Did they get a higher instead of 36? It's still 36. So talk about useless historical accuracy. But you know what? I'm very happy. If you want to, we could examine our new let me see here if any of the new guards, one of them has a nice 60 morale, one of them has 59 morale, one is a trash division with 48 morale. So it needs to be withdrawn from the front to be... The 8 is a nice over 60 morale. The 9th is just a regular one. So actually 3 out of the 5 new ones are elite divisions. Yeah. But that was a nice... I wonder if the artillery regiments here... Oh, yeah, yep, some of them are... oh, yeah, this is a nice assortment of high quality that got promoted. So, you might say now, with turn 24 German attacks over, that the German winter offensive is over. And next turn, when the Germans attack, there's gonna be blizzard. Is there blizzard on the map now? Yes, yes. In certain sectors of the front, there is blizzard. It would be... Well, it is... Wait. This is very thick. Okay, I have to guesstimate that it's only a bit around Leningrad and around the coast here that there isn't blizzard, but that the Germans are going to be affected by blizzard on most of the map this turn. It's kind of hard to say, but doesn't it look like... Now it kind of looks like the combat values of the German troops are... I mean, they're low because they're tired, but I don't think they're like blizzard low. Oh shit, look at this. He made a breakthrough here. This is a fucking disaster. Yeah, okay. Well, winter is here. Winter is coming. I don't know what to say. The situation is chaotic. It's looking good, but it's still fairly challenging in certain sectors of the front. Sorry for making it so long. I don't know how to make this. Let me know in the comments if you prefer to make these shorter, or if you also like me making just a 2-minute overview summary of the attacks. See you in the next one.